Are you a business owner or an entrepreneur who's just starting out? Do you have limited budget to throw at your sales and marketing, and you're trying to get the maximum ROI that you can for your business? Well, you're in luck. This video is all about how you can spend $1,000 or less a month on your marketing to get started out to maximize your ROI. As an entrepreneur, it's super difficult to navigate the business world on your own. And one of the biggest challenges that I hear time and time again from businesses that I work with or new clients is that they don't know what to spend their money on to get the best ROI for their marketing. Fortunately, with $1,000 per month, you can still make a significant impact on your marketing efforts. I'm going to go through a handful of effective strategies that you can use in your marketing to help leapfrog your efforts and get things growing. Hi guys, my name's Kyle from Social Geek's digital agency. I've been a digital marketer for the last 10 years and a digital strategist for hundreds if not thousands of clients around the world. Currently, I manage about $20 million a year in revenue through Facebook and Google Ads. So I know a thing or two about digital marketing and want to share these tips with you. Now, $1,000 a month might be a stretch for a new business starting out, but I believe that's a good starting point in terms of your budget to start a new business or to start with your marketing. Now, before I start, I do want to say that I'm making assumptions that you already have built a great performing website that's able to sell your products and services, and that you've done the basics of setting up your business online. Having a high-performing website that converts is very important on any digital marketing efforts because at the end of the day, you can do the best in your digital marketing, but if you're sending them to a website that doesn't work, it's all in vain. Or if you don't take care of those other parts, it could just be a massive failure. And this is something that I've seen time and time again with ads, is that it's not a silver bullet. It's not something that you're just going to switch on and suddenly you're going to be a millionaire. It takes time and it takes testing. The stats around small business are kind of depressing. 1 in 5 new businesses will fail in their first year, and 50% of new businesses will fail in their first 5 years. So if it was super easy, everybody would be doing it. If Facebook ads were super easy, everybody would be a millionaire. Point is that failure is a lot more common than success. And this is why testing is so important. So let's dive into some of these strategies that you can use to help grow your business. The first and most obvious one is through social media advertising. Facebook and Instagram dominate the world of digital marketing. They have 3 billion monthly active users on their platforms, which is over half of the online world. So if you're a small business starting out, social media is going to be your best friend. You can link up your website using Facebook's Business Manager and get all of your products and services loaded into your Instagram and Facebook shops. You can set up a pixel on your website so that you're tracking all of your conversion events and making sure that you know what people are doing if they do click on an ad. And I recommend doing this even if you're not advertising, because when you get to a point where you are going to start advertising, you already have all this data of people who've gone through to your website, which will be really beneficial when you want to start advertising. Now, I do think a great starting point if you're just starting out is to try to make sure that you are experimenting as much as you can with your content strategy. Sit down and think about who is your target market that you're trying to speak to. What are the problems that they're currently experiencing that you can help solve? And what are some of the goals that they are looking for to work with somebody like yourself? If you provide a service, you really want to spend time doubling down on this area before you start your marketing efforts. And lastly, a good idea as well is to think about what barriers might exist that would stop people from purchasing from you. Trust could be a big issue. They think that this might be a fraudulent website or a fake product. They could be not knowing if the product is going to do the job that they think. So you're trying to look at what would stop people from actually making that purchase. So you can craft content that helps in addressing, firstly, the pain points they're experiencing, secondly, the goals that they're looking for, and thirdly, the barriers that might stop them from buying with you. For example, if we're using my business, a marketing agency, we could say that my target market are small business clients who are trying to grow their business using digital marketing. Some of the pain points that they're experiencing is that they are time poor, that they're spread too thin, and that they don't really know a lot about Google ads or Facebook ads. Some of the goals that they're looking for is they want to be able to spend money knowing that they're going to get a good return on their ads. And they want somebody to do this for them so that they can focus on operations and the sales part of their business. Some of the barriers that exist is that they might not want to spend too much money, but they know that the industry is filled with cowboys that will take your money and not deliver results. And they don't know who to trust in that regard. So that's an example of going through those points. The reason this is important, that will help craft your content strategy. How do you speak to that? If we're looking at this, then customer reviews and testimonials will be your best friend because you're able to communicate from your customers or your clients why future customers should trust you. They can talk through how professional you were or how amazing you were at the service you provide and give that audience some comfort in knowing that you're actually going to do the job they're hiring you for. So you can see how crafting a content strategy based on who are your customers, your target market? What are the pain points they're experiencing? What are the goals they're trying to achieve? And what are the barriers that might stop them from buying from you or one of your competitors is really important. With social media, you want to start looking at how you're going to craft that content. You're going to put that together in different videos and images, and then you can start running some ads on Facebook and Instagram. Set up your target market, whether that's everybody in Australia who are interested in certain topics, or it's very focused on your local area, and then start split testing some of that content. I have plenty of videos, guys, that talk about how you can structure your ad accounts to get the maximum success from your ads. And I highly recommend looking at setting up a marketing funnel to firstly attract new audience members or top of funnel advertising. So this would be brand awareness type of content like blogs or educational content, entertaining content, then funneling them down into more of a sales message where you're driving them to your website and trying to get them to buy. And then lastly, retargeting campaigns. These are people who have gone to your website, but they haven't taken that next step, which is to purchase your products or buy your services, and retarget those people. Often I find customer reviews and testimonials work really great for retargeting rather than always going to a discount or some special offer. So in summary, one of the most effective ways that you can start a business is by social media advertising. With less than $1,000 a month budget, you should be able to start split testing different creative that works for your business. And this is great because you can start testing different approaches and strategies to see what gets you the best cost per click, what gets you the best click-through rate, and what gets you the best conversions. Conversions are going to be the big focus for your marketing because you want to see what works best to help you drive sales. So I strongly suggest trying a few different approaches here. Try videos, try graphics, and try things like blog articles as well. Try different pages on your website to see what is actually going to get people to take the next step with you, and try putting together some content pieces. If you're a service-based business like us, you want to try putting together some free offers, some lead magnets, some free guides, stuff that people can download and use that will provide them value and help them in those first initial steps when they're trying to do it themselves or they're trying to learn more about the topic that you might be able to help them with. Now, the second thing I'm going to recommend as a strategy is looking at your SEO and Google Ads strategy. If you're a business that's in a service-based sector, Google might be a better channel for you to start with your marketing because people are showing high intent when they're searching on Google to try to find your services and find help on things that you might be able to assist them with. So if you are looking to execute a strategy here, with less than $1,000 a month, you can start advertising on Google for certain keywords related to your products and services and drive them to specific pages on your website that might have the best offer or the best content to help those customers through their journey. I think this is a really effective strategy to start out with your marketing because if you've really thought through who your target market is and all the things we talked about earlier, you should be able to craft some content that speaks to those issues. Things like blog articles and free downloads are really helpful, but you can also have products or services that are straight out the gate, a good offer that people might sign up to. The great thing with Google Ads is that not only can you set very specific audiences of people based on their search history, based on what they're in the market to buy, and based on their demographics and psychographics, you can also split test a lot of different content to see, does this page work better than that page? Does this ad work better than that ad? And does this approach work better than that approach? And I think these are really valuable things when you're first starting out. It's all about testing. Come up with a few different offers, a few different lead magnets, a few different giveaways that will really entice people into your business. And the aim of the game is in your first 30 days to really narrow down who is the right audience that's responding best, what is the right offer that's getting the best results, and what is the page that's really showing that it can convert the best to drive either sales or leads into your business. Google Ads is great because it's also going to lead into your SEO strategy. You're going to be able to see through your research on keywords, what are the top search terms for your industry and your business. You'll be able to see what actually converts, and then you'll be able to use that in your strategy to create more content for your website, to optimize your website for SEO, and to help with your rankings on Google organically. I've recently published a really helpful guide on how to get started with Google Ads, and I'm hoping to do more and more blogs on our website to help people walk through how to use Google Ads effectively for their business. So if you are interested in that, please check that link below. I'll put it in the description here, and hopefully you find it helpful so that eventually you will start placing on page 1 with that content to help drive more traffic organically to your business. Google can be very daunting for people who have never dealt with this before. And I find that a lot of people are more happy to DIY the Facebook ads side because intuitively they get it. They're targeting specific people, certain ages, certain interests in certain locations, and they're showing them content that pops up in their newsfeed. That's pretty straightforward. Whereas with Google, it's a lot more data to understand, and it can be a bit more complicated. but the rewards of this can be monumental. I find that Google Ads is quite scalable for a lot of industries, e-commerce, service-based industries, brick and mortar stores, because they have such a broad reach in terms of their placements. Not only do you get Google Search as a platform, you can also do display ads, which are shown across 2 million websites and over 800,000 different mobile apps. So your banners can pop up on certain apps, certain websites that allow advertising, and not a lot of people utilize this effectively. It's essentially, in my mind, like digital billboards, except you can choose the exact viewers of your billboards in terms of their demographics, their interests, what they're in the market for, and a whole bunch more. So Google's incredibly powerful to start out with your marketing, and you can go through all those testing avenues that we talked about before. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a bit of a weird one. I don't think you'd expect this from a digital marketer, but I do think that a really important part of starting out with a budget of $1,000 or less is attending local events. Anybody will tell you that your network is your net worth. And if you are not going to face-to-face meetings, you're not going out there to networking events, you're not talking to actual people and customers, then you're probably not getting a lot of really valuable feedback. People like to buy from people. So if you're selling a product or a service, going to expos, going to networking events, going to local markets can be really beneficial for you to actually understand what people enjoy about your products, get valuable feedback and talking to people about what their pain points are, and really getting that face-to-face interaction. Now, I'm a big advocate for the BX networking group here in Australia. I find that they're great for service-based businesses. And I attend my local networking event every fortnight because I really find that you're able to build up amazing rapport with different members and help each other out. And at the end of the day as well, when you're running a business, it can be really stressful and really daunting. And so it's good to be able to network with other business owners so at least you can complain about the same issues. I know my partner is very supportive and I'm very grateful for that, but she doesn't run a business. At the end of the day, it might be one of those things where it's like, it's good to kind of just not always vent to the same person, right? So I definitely think that networking in person can be a really valuable part of marketing your business. The last marketing strategy that I'm going to recommend is really focusing on your content strategy. If you wrap all of your marketing around who your customer is, what their pain points are, what their problems are, what their goals are, and what are the barriers to them stepping in and working with you, then you're going to be able to craft content that really speaks to them. I think that this is really important. You want to try to make sure that your content strategy for your business and your marketing is really on point. Content marketing is all about growing your brand awareness, growing your authority in your industry, and having people trust you and being able to work with you. If you sell products, you can do so many great videos that will instantly get you recognition to tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of people with one video, which can be a game changer for a small business who's just getting started with their marketing. So if you allocate $1,000 to help getting a good camera, good lighting, and looking at what's trending on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook Reels, you can start trying to craft your own content that's similar to that and just throw it out there. This $1,000 investment per month is more in you and making sure that you're able to do this. I believe that if you're running a business, that you need to lead the charge in every aspect of your business before you start hiring this out or outsourcing it. If you haven't given it a go yourself and you're just hiring somebody else to do it for you, then how do you know if they're doing a good job? How do you give them guidance as your brand to say, this is what I want? If they come back to you with proposals, how do you make sure that that's still within your own tone of voice and brand styles? You want to make sure that you understand how these things work first. So giving it an effort yourself and investing in yourself to create that content gives you a huge advantage. Content marketing is difficult because it does take a huge investment of your time. But the best way to do this would be to look at a few of your competitors and what brands are already doing great things. What I recommend with content marketing is looking at the people who are at the top of your industry. Pick 2 or 3 inspirational brands that you can look to see how are they crafting their content. If you're a business coach, look at somebody like Tony Robbins. If you're in the beauty industry and you're selling beauty products, look at people like the Kardashians. Whether you like them or not, they're killing it in terms of online marketing. So you want to look at these people who are at the top of the game and look, what type of content are they putting out there? What channels are they on? And what's working best? Look at their top performing posts and see, is that something that you can do? Look at trending videos, look at trending ideas, and see if you can do something similar. Content marketing isn't just about videos, guys. It can be about blog articles on your website. It could be about free guides. It could be great graphics and carousels. So you want to give yourself permission to test new ideas out and see what sticks. Try to be diverse, try to do different things and not constantly repeating the same approach. Going back to my original topic of social media advertising, this can be a really good one to blend in. If you focus on content marketing, the next step would be to then use that content in your social media ads and see which one gets the best result. And the last marketing strategy that I'd really recommend is looking at how to build your email marketing list. For $1,000 a month, you should be able to subscribe to one of the popular email platforms like MailChimp or Klaviyo and start setting up some landing pages in their platform. If you create some free downloads and some guides, you could start promoting these on your social media, start emailing these out to your existing customers and clients, or to your friends and family, and just asking for feedback. What you're trying to do is grow your email list so that you have a list of people that you can constantly email out to with new updates, with stories on your journey of setting up your business, of people who are interested in what you're doing and are eager to support you in your endeavors. Email marketing is probably one of the most valuable things that you can grow for your business because you can constantly email your list for free with any future promotions or offers that you might have. But you want to make sure that you're engaging with them over time. So this one can be a bit of a slower burn, but if you are investing into growing an email list, you can do this with less than $1,000 a month. Craft some great offers like we talked about before that would attract people into your email list. And then you can set up some automated campaigns that will nurture those people to an end result. When I say nurture, what you can do is set up a series of 3 to 5 emails in your email system that first give them the offer that they have signed up for. So it might be a free download, it might be a guide, a spreadsheet, or a discount code, for example. And then over the series of the emails, you're able to tell your story of how you founded the business, why you started it in terms of the pain points that you commonly encountered with people like the person who signed up, talking about the goals that you're able to help your customers achieve, and try to break down those barriers so that they know that you are somebody that they can trust, that's going to help them get the job done. By the end of that, you want them to take that next step with you, whether it's to book in a consultation, whether it's to sign up to a service or buy another product. You're trying to nurture them to that outcome, to say, here is something that you guys can take as a next step. Email marketing can be very effective and very powerful, but it does take time to get right. So at the end of the day, if you can combine some of these strategies together, where you've focused on your content strategy to create some great content, you've set up your email marketing so you have some nurture series that are ready to go, and then you top that all off with social media advertising to drive traffic into those offers, to get people to subscribe to your email list, and then nurture them through that funnel, you might have just set up the perfect digital marketing funnel for your own business. I think all of these you can take away and do for less than $1,000 a month. The advertising is probably the biggest expense for your business, but it can drive the fastest results. Traffic into your website and sales for your business. Start small, $20 a day for your ads. Figure out what content is working to address your audience pain points. Nail down effective strategies and offers that are going to get people to subscribe and sign up. And then figure out ways that you can nurture people through your marketing funnel to take those next steps with you so that they do become a customer. All of these effective strategies you can do for under $1,000, and I really hope that you found some of this information helpful. If you do have any questions, please do leave a comment wherever you're listening to this episode. I'd really appreciate to get your feedback. And as always, guys, wishing you all the best for your digital marketing. Until the next episode, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.